light of the fact that I've had a lot of heavy stuff that I was talking about, I figured I would just come in here. It's about 10:30 with a little bit of chill relaxation. It's raining out, and I'm taking myself a drive. Got things to do.
Turn left onto East Center Street, then use the second Falls Way.
My thing though, don't mind my GPS, is I've been thinking a lot about what I want in life, which also leads to thinking about all the things that I don't.
Use the second from the left lane to turn left onto Falls Way, then use the middle the I-83 North
I
ramp.
realize that sometimes in life, it's a good thing that we don't get what we want.
Use the middle lane to take the I-83 North ramp.
And oddly enough, I've come to terms with that. That sometimes I might not know it at the time, but it's a good thing I didn't get what I wanted.
In a quarter mile, merge onto I-83 North.
So I'm going to reflect back on the day while I was at school. I hadn't been having the best day, but it ended up turning out much better for me later on. And I am very grateful and thankful that I didn't quit and give up. But
continue on I-83 North for 8 miles.
I am so thankful for everyone that I do have in my life that actually cares about me. Because I often have moments that I have those thoughts of how alone and isolated I am now that my parents are gone, and I'm not in that marriage that ate up a good chunk of my life. So sometimes I do have my moments that I'm alone and isolated, that I sometimes wonder what it would be like to have a ton of friends that I went and hung out with and stuff like that. Because I genuinely don't know what that's like. Most of my life I've had one-on-one friendships, that type of thing. I hung out with one friend at a time, if you get what I'm saying, or I hung out with their friends. But now that I look back on it, I am so thankful that some things did not work out, because I was put in a position that I could actually do what it is that I dreamed of doing. And that's to go to school and become a welder. As funny as that might sound, I feel as though that fulfilling that dream will fulfill a lot of the purpose that I have in my life. And it might sound a little silly, but since my father passed away at a young age, I feel as though me being his only child, it would be a good thing if I carried on some of his legacy. And I would hope that my parents will be proud of me now. I'm not quite where I should be yet, but I'm getting there. And it's very humbling to know that even though I'm only 35 and my birthday is next month, that I still am up and able, and I have so much life ahead of me, that I have so much that I haven't experienced yet, and that makes me excited about life. So I just thought that I'd take a moment and reflect on that. That there's so much that I have lost that I do miss, and that I sometimes lament a bit over. But there is so much for me to live. I just am in awe of the fact that there's so many possibilities. And people like saying new chances to meet somebody new chances to something new chances to learn something. There's always some new possibilities. And I look forward to all the new memories that I plan on making in my life. So I just figured, yeah, because sometimes life gets you down and you gotta just process your emotions and move right. So I look at it like this. Every challenge that comes my way, I look at it as an opportunity. Let someone else see that you can make it. Because I came from not having much of anything. And I'm so grateful for everyone who has been supportive of me. I'm just enjoying the music, enjoying the drive, and letting go of all those negative. Sometimes it's good to be in the moment, you know, to just experience the now. Because too often we get taken and appreciate what's going on right now with you, in the moment. Because the honest truth, and then now, worrying about what about then, what if that, what if this, worrying and all this other stuff. And the reality is, we live in the moment. Just like that moment that I just said that, it passed. It's in the past now. We done lived that. And it's a good thing to be able to just reflect, have some peace of mind, and enjoy the vibes of what's going on with you in the moment, in the now. Ooh, I wonder what's going on up here. I hope everybody all right. I see all these flashing lights. There's something going on, but you don't gotta let it get you down. That's one thing I have to say about that. And I would like to ask y'all, feel free to leave in the comment section if you have anything specific you want me to talk about. Because I've decided that if you've been following me, I plan on being regular with my videos, at least keeping up to date with them. Life on the level that I want to. Because honestly, in the past, I was doing a lot of living trying to make other people happy. I was suffering from being a people pleaser. And in fact, I'll be 100% with this. I was so caught up in my relationship at the time, thinking that I could somehow change things or make somebody else's life better, that I lost sight of what was important for myself. And this year has been a real lesson for me. And I wish that I would have started on this path sooner. See, I look at things as stepping stones when it comes to something bad happening. Because if I learn my lesson from the past, I gotta live for myself. And if I'm doing good, and I'm able to help myself, and maybe just by me still being here, it'll help somebody else know that they can make it through whatever messed up situation that they find themselves in. Because all you need is within you. You'll find the strength that you need to carry on throughout whatever it is you're going through. As long as you know and you trust in the fact that you can do it. I genuinely believe that almost any limitation that is on somebody, most of the time it comes from up here in their head first. Because the hardest prison for someone to break up out of is their own mind at times. And I just think that it's really interesting how often people second guess themselves, or they don't trust their intuition, they don't trust their instincts. All those things are there for a reason. And it feels like sometimes people tend to get programmed. They watch so much TV, they want to keep up with the Joneses so much, they get into these situations in which they feel like they have to keep up with other people or be better than someone else or cause somebody to envy or be jealous of them, that they end up in a situation where they have fake intentions, or they have a false face or a mask that they wear whenever they go out in public. And honestly, I want to be free of that type of stuff. I want to be able to be myself, know who I am, and be proud of it. And honestly, I think it's funny how many times in my life, going back on one of the videos I was talking before, I lost somebody that I thought was my friend.
In a quarter mile, use the middle lane to continue on Jones Falls Expressway.
Back at it, I didn't lose a friend. That was somebody who was all about their self. That wasn't really my friend at all. That was just a situationship.
Expressway. Then take the I-695 West exit.
That a situationship. That moment where if you don't have something that, and often I find myself feeling some kind of way because I've experienced this in so many different ways.
Take the I-695 West exit.
I've had the disappointment of trying my best to act right, do right, be right, and still be.
Continue on I-695 West for 7 miles.
Situations in which people just, they wouldn't accept me as I was, or they tried to change me. And honestly, now that I'm older, I can see that I didn't have to change who I was. I didn't have to alter myself in these ways that these particular people were trying to get me to change. The people who wanted to be around me and wanted to be in my life would make that known and be in my life and appreciate all those things that these other people were trying to change about me. And I, being young, didn't really fully grasp or appreciate that notion. Which now that I'm older, I see somebody telling me that they don't want nothing to do with me, and I say gladly walk away, because now I can make room for someone who wants to actually be in my life and appreciate me for what I am. If I could go back and talk to the younger version of myself, that would be one of the first things I would say. Love who you are, and don't let somebody else be the reason why you feel ashamed of being who you are. Because so many times in my life, I've had moments in which I just felt like people tried to guilt trip me into hanging out with them, or they'll try to guilt trip me into doing something I didn't want to do, or they try to guilt trip me into staying in their life when they clearly just had bad intentions. And there's no reason why you should have somebody in your life who threatens suicide just to get their way with you, just to get you to come around and hang around them. They try to trigger the worst visceral reaction in you for you to stay in their life. And unfortunately, I will admit, I've had friends like that, that would just, woe is me, everything is bad, the sky's falling, everything out bad under the sun, they would say out their mouth just to get attention. And honestly, I see that it's something that people do. They're crying out for attention, but they're crying out for it and they don't have no intention of doing nothing wrong to themselves. I think it's so sick. Because you can just talk to me. You don't have to try to guilt trip me into being around you. You don't have to try to make some grand scheme or manipulative plot up just to get me to come around to be my friend. Too many times people seem like they want to play games like that, and I just don't want no parts of it anymore. So I appreciate my alone time now when it comes to that type of a situation, because who needs friends if those people aren't really your friend? And oftentimes when I actually look at the definition of what a friendship actually is and what some people say, there's a difference between somebody who's a friend and somebody who you associate with, or somebody who's a co-worker, somebody that you have to be around, that you just happen to start to talk to and know stuff about. It's not the same in the long run if that's the only limitation to that relationship. Which is why I think it's so important to set personal boundaries with people now that I'm much older, because I can see where me being naive led to me being in situations where somebody might want to try to predate upon me, try to take advantage of my kindness because they saw it as a weakness. And no more am I dealing with stuff like that, because I know for a fact people want to be in my life. They will be there. No begging, no pleading, no crying, no worrying, no none of this other stuff, no having to persuade them. They will want to be in my life. Why? Because they see something in me that is of value for them in their life. And that is something that I think is priceless. And something I wouldn't trade for the world. To have somebody who genuinely cares about me, and I can look in their face and they can look in my face, and there's a mutual understanding that you are important to me. You are someone who I can trust. You are someone I feel safe around. These are things that I think are priceless. All that stuff that people flaunt and want to just have around, that's stuff that can just be replaced. But I'ma just cruise on around, relax, enjoy this music. So very thankful for being alive, and thankful for enabling about things that are going on in life and what I think. So I hope everybody's doing good, staying blessed and feeling well, and I will see you all next time.